Hello.
Hello. Comment on our videos.
Yeah, please
Did
do.
did you actually check if anyone had commented on my last lot?
They didn't.
Okay, I meant to check, and because of my lateness tonight, I ended up not getting around to it.
Well, yes, we've spent better part of 45 minutes trying to get a different game working. We were going to do Call of the Wild multiplayer, which would have been fun. Alas, it
We
didn't.
hoped.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to give up. I think we're going to look into this again at some point in the not too
Alas,
distant
Boyolic.
future. And we're both pretty determined.
Yeah, I want to shoot some shit with you.
Yeah. So,
Jacques Chin.
so we will get it. I'm confident we will figure it out. Um,
Eventually.
but we don't have the time tonight, so we're relying on Old Faithful.
Yep.
Uh,
Good old faithful.
okay, so there were aliens in here.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, apparently. One of those
Okay.
jobbies.
Fair enough. So Ben, how are you doing?
Well, I was doing all right, and then I heard my mortgage payments are going to be higher than I thought, and that worried me. And
Yeah, it's not always helpful. I just need to turn the sound down again because it's not quite.
and then we had all this palaver with back in games.
Yeah, it wasn't really. It's not been a very productive night so far, has
No,
it?
it's put me right off.
Has it?
Yeah.
But if I didn't have a race to watch this weekend, I'd suggest recording a different night. But
Well, no, I'm happy to do it tonight, but it's just put me in a annoyed mood.
well, hopefully we can fix that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what'll fix it.
Well,
I can't say on this on here.
mm, I feel like it's probably something you've said multiple times on here in the past.
Blackjack and hookers.
Right.
I mean, that would probably cheer you up for a little while.
No.
What? Do you not like blackjack?
Well, no. Well, it's all
Oh.
right, but it just seems that entire experience seems a little empty.
What? Blackjack and hookers?
Yeah.
What's not to like about blackjack and
Well,
hookers?
you know they're only into you for your money.
Yeah, but if it's not your money,
And yeah, but it's like I don't know. I'd feel very uncomfortable.
you'd feel uncomfortable with me paying for hookers.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's understandable.
Would you not
I can
feel
appreciate that.
uncomfortable if I was paying them for you?
No.
Well, then I've got your birthday present sorted.
Funny enough, I was thinking about your birthday present yesterday, day before.
Yes, I've been thinking about yours. Do we have a budget?
Do you want a budget?
£150.
You're not going to spend £150 on me, Ben.
No, but you might on me.
I wasn't going to. I was wondering if maybe 60, 70 was a bit much.
Jeez Louise. Are you going to get me those SCP books?
No. You already ordered them.
No,
Don't be
I
stupid.
haven't. I had second thoughts, and I will. I just need to sort of psych myself up for them.
But the real issue I have at the moment is whether I'm torn between one of two things.
Uh,
And I can't decide if I want to get it delivered to mine and hand deliver it to you so I can get it done while I know I've got some cash spare to pay for it.
mm.
Good God, that was a bit weird. Or more,
We should probably save these flares, shouldn't we?
it is quite dark down here. Or whether I should, there's so many bullets. Hold it over here while I pick these bullets up. Or the casings at least. Thank you. Oh yeah, or whether I should just get it delivered straight to you. Because both are a viable option.
Uh,
But yeah, like I said, I'm torn between two specific ideas at the moment.
well, I sort of need to find out what you like. What do you like? Oh,
Blackjack and hookers.
your hobbies and interests. Would you like a signed photograph of me? Would that?
No, that wouldn't cut it. I'm afraid.
Mm,
No offense, but you just.
well,
Oh, I've got an achievement for picking up 800 casings.
lovely. Lovely.
And that's the wording they used as well. So I'm pleased that I said casings a minute ago.
Yeah.
Because now it looks like I know what I'm talking about,
Oh.
which is always good. Just like earlier today when I fixed a pivot table issue for someone had spent some time looking at it, and then someone else had spent some time looking at it for the person who had the problem in the first place.
Mm.
Lo and behold, Jordan spends about 2 minutes looking at it, and it's no longer a problem.
That's good.
Yeah, did the usual checks to make sure what was the issue wasn't, a bigger issue. But no, I solved the problem because I am a spreadsheet wizard, and there has to be a twist. But I'm a spreadsheet wizard with such a supple wrist.
Is that Pinball Wizard you're punning?
It was.
What did I sit this cabaret act? This couple in the 70s, and they were singing Pinball Wizard, and it was very low end after dinner entertainment cabaret. What are they called?
Don't know.
Oh, okay, well, guess who's looking that up now?
We don't have to save for flares. We just need to make sure we don't accidentally break these.
Oh, those are torches.
Yeah.
Jukes and Lee.
Torval and Dean.
No, Jukes and Lee.
Jukes and Hazard. Oh, there's another one over here.
Ronnie Duke and Ricky Lee.
No, I'm not familiar. There we go. That's making some progress, isn't it?
They both died young.
How young are we talking?
Well, Ronnie Jukes died at 49,
Okay.
and Ricky Lee died at 52.
It's fairly young, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned people dying young,
Oh,
because guess what I acquired today?
cancer.
No.
Oh.
Honestly.
Yeah.
If anything, it would have been a cancer diagnosis.
Oh, okay, go on then.
A cancer No. I know, it's very, very bad humour. I got life insurance.
Oh, how much?
How much what?
How much are you valued at?
Well, I mean, if I make the payments, 200 grand, just over,
Lovely.
for a while. I mean, it's just one of those things. I don't really feel like I should get it at my age, but you just know that means I'm going to get hit by a bus next week, don't you?
Oh, Henry's.
I can't go on statement saying I think it's a bad idea for me to get it and then
Your child is
not die.
is in the money, isn't he?
Yeah, there
Don't
was
tell
the
him.
person I was talking to made a joke about how he might push me down the stairs, and I was like, yeah, well,
Oh, yeah, don't tell him.
so yeah, no, that's a thing. I now have life insurance.
Gosh, 200 grand.
Cost me £15 a month.
Oh, that's nothing.
No, not really. In the grand scheme of things, and I'm covered for 30 years with an option to extend it to 40 later on. But if I do extend it, I want to be in a better shape first, so that then I can reduce the amounts. And obviously, having not spoken for a while at that point as well. I've not spoken for a while now, but I can't, in all honesty, say that it was smoking.
Not smoking.
I've not smoking a cigarette.
Smoked a cigarette.
Whatever. In a long while, and it may or may not be within the last 5 years, and I can't in good conscience say it wasn't in the last 5 years because I don't know. But it's only one of those rare things I do anyway. It's not like I'm a regular habitual smoker of smokes. It's not like I'm a bandit or a bear. I'm not heavy enough to be a bear or gay enough, but definitely not hairy enough.
Well, yes. Golly, this chappie is a looker.
Where? Who?
One of these dead alien chaps.
Oh, there's so many dead bodies. Stuart Sternson. I'm taking a lamp. Oh, it's funny that the blood didn't get past his gate. We can't get past, isn't it?
Mm, that is helpful.
Yeah, very convenient for us.
I found a letter. Uh,
It's had a bit of body fall from the ceiling.
oh, for fuck's sake.
What we got going on around here? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Where does all this stuff lead? Oh, there's another. Oh, this is a much bigger map than I was expecting it to be, based on.
Well, we shan't do it all.
No, definitely not. I'm sorry.
We'll just we'll just go for about
Oh no! I accidentally broke the lamp.
you silly booty.
We might be able to print another one. Bear with.
Mm,
We can.
mm.
I printed a new one.
It's a big old
It's
arm. Thank you.
like that. Tell you what, I'm going to put it on the crates over here. So, have you got a topic you'd like to talk about today?
I have 4 topics.
4?
Yeah. How many do you have?
I ended up getting like 10.
You mentioned earlier in the week that you were
Oh, but you need to understand something here. I have scraped the barrel.
Oh, what? You mean the life insurance talk was the highlight?
No, I had initially added it to be a matter of isn't life insurance such a massive pain in the ass to try and get? Why do we do that? And then since then, I've ended up getting life insurance,
Yeah.
and it was actually less of a pain in the ass than it had initially presented itself as
Well,
being.
yeah, go on. I'll give you a topic. Oh fuck. Yeah, about this Lizzo thing.
Oh, is this thing where she's quitting negative energy or something?
Well, okay, there's been a big scandal. Apparently, she's being, I think, sued by somebody who works for her, who claims that Lizzo forced her staff to um, eat a banana out of a sex worker's vagina while on holiday.
Well, I mean, who
supposedly.
hasn't done that in Vegas, right?
Um, she announced that she was quitting, which of course people read as quitting music, and then she
Yeah.
apparently backtracked, according to some accounts, and said, as you rightly say, she was quitting negative energy.
Yes.
Um, so yeah,
I remember us discussing back when the lawsuit thing kicked off because it seemed what's the word amusing to me that
did we
she would have
discuss this
body
before?
shamed. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did. Apparently, was it her that had body shamed someone for being
That
fat?
rings a bell. Yeah,
But she is herself a larger girl,
yeah.
and thus the idea that she could justifiably body shame anyone is hilarious to me. But not in like a not in
She
a oh ha that's funny kind of way, just in a well that's ironic kind of amusement.
was a very talented flautist. I think Lizzo. Did she
Was it
play?
her that had Jefferson's flute or whatever it was,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it was her.
and it caused a big old
Like the
stink for
crystal
some
flute.
people?
Yes, because oh my god, this is you're debasing this historical artifact.
By letting a black woman play it,
Yeah, by
I
letting
assume,
some. Yeah,
because at the end of the day, America is just racist. They're not anything else, I don't think anymore. I think they're just racist.
I think the whole thing's gone to shit.
Is it racist for me to say that they're racist?
No, I'm
Good,
sure
because I'm
somebody
going to
would,
say it.
some tedious arse would claim it is.
Well, I mean, I clearly don't understand
Like that guy who said my Midsummer Murders post was like the most
bigoted or
racist
something.
thing he'd ever seen in his life.
And he's seen blackface.
Yeah.
It was a massive overreaction to your comment about this thing. I can't even remember what it was that you said. I know I read it a while
Well,
back.
what I said was, I mean, the gist of the piece was that it's a good reflection on society, on England, because it reflects this cosy, picturesque view of England. But if you scratch the surface, it's all depravity and horror. You know.
Yeah, it's like living in Hull, but with Hull's not that pretty.
Mm.
I fucking hate Hull. If you're from Hull, just leave.
You always say, "Why what happened? Were you touched up in Hull or something?"
I wish. No, I've been to a few places around the country, right? Not enough to form any meaningful opinion about the country
Was
as
that
a whole.
was that the disappointing first draft to Johnny Cash's hit song "I've Been Everywhere"? I've been to a few
Yes,
places around the country.
yeah, absolutely. Although to be fair, his was a cover anyway.
All right.
It was originally about places in Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, did you know that? Did you?
no.
No. So anyway, I've been to a few places around this country. You know, I've been to Birmingham. I've been to I don't know. Just I can't think of many places that I've been to, and I can't make them fit the same. Point is, I've been to Hull. I went to Hull as part of a
But I've never been to
visit.
me.
Well, you know, you've not been there that long. Hull's been there for
I've
years.
been to
I've been to Hull. I mostly went through Hull, but I spent a bit of time at the Deep, which is the sea life centre there.
Would it fair to say
The,
you've been to Hull and back?
well, I went through Hull and back, but we didn't go back through Hull on the way back from where we were going because we went to Harrogate instead,
Mm,
which is fine. Harrogate was lovely.
mm,
Point anyway, get back to the topic because you derailed me, which is not that difficult, but you've done it anyway. We I've never been to a part of a country that has quite so strongly screamed the word poverty at me.
mm,
Like just the entire look, everything I saw in Hull, with the exception of the aquarium that we went to see,
mm,
said just screamed poverty. And like that's not necessarily something that I should hate Hull for because it's not Hull's fault that it's a poverty-stricken place, right? But I think I hate the representation of what it stands for. It stands for one of these places, which is just so shockingly shit that there's nothing to do for it but just accept it, move on, and write it off. You know, and what I think annoys me most about that is that Hull, being this poverty-stricken place, it looks poverty-stricken. I don't know how bad it is, but it looks. And if it looks it, it probably is it, right?
mm.
The fact that that place got City of Culture, and that's all I heard about on Look North for however many fucking months it was. I just it tilted me. It got to me, and it would always be haven't got to me. So I fucking hate Hull. Just like I hate Asda.
Why'd you hate Asda?
Asda killed my nan.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't, but it's a story that I tell, and it's
How
technically the story that I told is true.
how did Asda potentially kill your nan?
You've heard this story.
I have, but I forgot.
Okay. Well, I actually told the story at work today, and it got much a laugh, which is, exactly what you want to hear when you're talking about your dead nan.
Mm.
So my nan, full story, worked at Tesco on a bread counter in Peterborough. You've heard of Peterborough, haven't you?
Yes. Is this your
Yeah.
maternal or paternal grandmother?
This is my maternal grandmother, bloodline rather than marriage.
You're not okay. Oh right.
Because her husband was granddad, but he wasn't. He's not biologically a
Yeah,
granddad,
yeah.
right?
Oh fuck's sake. Yeah.
So anyway, she maternal grandmother, and she worked at Tesco, worked on a bread counter, and after work one day, she went to her shop at an Asda because she has no loyalty to brand.
Wait, hang on. Where does she work at the bread counter?
Tesco.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Went and did her shop at an Asda in Peterborough. Had a slip.
Whoop,
Had a fall.
whoop. A slip and a
Uh,
fall.
a slip and a fall. Ended up in hospital, and a couple of days later, she was dead. Now, logically speaking, Asda did not kill my nan, right? But, and this is where it gets interesting to me.
Right.
There was an inquiry,
Yeah.
and more importantly, they sent two people to the funeral.
To make sure she was dead.
Well, someone else made that joke today, and I think it's very insensitive of both of you. But yeah, probably. They sent their apologies and all that kind of crap, and honestly, I get the impression from a few people that they weren't that welcome. But again, it's not technically their fault, is it?
Well, no. You silly old bag should have looked where she was going, shouldn't she?
Hang on a sec. Something unusual just happened. Henry, can I borrow you a sec? I'm not going anywhere. I just need him to come here. How come you're going to bed so early? I've got it as 10 to 9. I mean, you don't have to stay up. You can go to bed if you want. It's only 10 minutes, isn't it? But up to you. Does it seem odd to me that you'd be going to bed at 10 to 9 when normally you're going to bed at like 10 quarter past because you're cheeky like that, you little sod. Okay. That was Henry. Don't know if you heard him say anything.
No, not really.
No, that's fair. Probably for best. Because he's a cheeky sod. Bedtime is 9 o'clock on when he hasn't got to go to school the next day.
Oh, lucky him.
Yeah.
It's Easter holidays, isn't it?
It is indeed. This means I've got to sort out childcare.
Well, send him to his nan.
He was with his grandma, great grandma, today.
Who's that then? On your side?
No, I don't talk to family on my side.
Oh, I didn't know there was a great grandma.
Yeah, there's a great grandma on his mother's side.
Huh.
Lives in the village near where I work.
Huh.
Well, technically the village where I work because of geography, but no, she's lived there the whole time I've known her.
Did he have a nice time?
He did. He always has a nice time there. I think it's mostly because she lets him just get on with what he wants to do.
Well, that's probably the best way to do it, isn't it?
To be fair, yeah. I think he's probably spent most of the time on his Nintendo Switch.
All right.
So, to be fair, tomorrow he'll mostly spend the time whilst I'm working from home, either playing on the Nintendo Switch or watching stuff on YouTube. So, because I'm in a different room to him. How are you finding the Easter half term?
Good. I work in a school, so believe it or not, it's been rather quiet.
Yes, I had gathered it was probably going to be quite quiet.
So it's a nice little break.
I think it's ridiculous that you're there at all, to be honest with you. But then again, I was in the office on the bank holiday Monday, so.
Well, I'm admin, aren't I?
Yeah, well, I'm admin, but still. I think Greg's wasn't even open on Monday. So I had to go to a Morrison's to get my lunch. Have you ever had a Morrison's meal deal before?
No. Yeah. No. Maybe.
Disappointment. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't rank them highly in my meal deal. What's your favourite meal deal?
I
Not
don't really have a
in
favourite
terms of
meal
what
deal.
you get, but from which place?
I don't know. I don't really, because the Morrison's one is the only one I've ever really gotten that accustomed to, because of where I work in the nearest supermarket. But until the Greg's opened, the only place I could really justifiably go to get lunch in a space of half hour, to get lunch and then eat it.
For fiddlestick's sake, I've spilt me bucket.
Would have been the Morrison's. So, but the idea that there's a Greg's closer, and I get free stuff sometimes because I've paid for it already with other meals. The idea that they would be closed on a bank holiday and I'd have to be working, I found almost a little bit offensive, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I was a bit annoyed on Monday about this. You should have seen the expletive-laden text that I sent to my partner.
Okay.
Legs probably aren't even there. Oh, well. So, have you heard what the US government wants to do regarding the moon?
Blow it up.
No.
Sell it. Mine it.
I mean, they probably want to do both of those things, but legally they can't do either at the moment. No, so apparently the European Space Agency also want to do.
Build a space base?
Nope.
Start tours?
Nope.
Give me a clue.
It's something to do with time.
Give it its own time zone.
Basically, yeah. That's my understanding of what the news story said. They want to give it its own time zone because apparently there is a slight discrepancy with regards to how clocks run, atomic clocks run in on the moon as to how they run here. There's a slight timing difference. They reckon over the space of 50 years, how long do you think the time difference is between an atomic clock here on Earth and an atomic clock there on the moon?
51 years.
Over the course of 50 years, you think they grow 51 years different.
Yes.
No, you have gone ridiculously high when you need to, in fact, go ridiculously low.
A second.
Bingo.
Right.
And so the solution to this is to make a standardized lunar time. I believe is my understanding of what they said.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a reaction personally, but I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, so.
Well, that soon adds up, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 1 second over 50 years. At which point you just realign them, don't you? Every 50 years you have a special ceremony. You get tourists to go to the moon so they can watch this 1 second rollback or fast forward even of the clock because it's a second out from Earth.
Hmm.
Like you could make it an actual money making thing, but no. Instead, what they want to do is they want to fix it. It's daft sods. They've got no capitalist bone in their body, have they?
What, Americans?
Well, these ones, NASA.
No, they're too busy blowing up school teachers.
Yeah. Instead of Big Bird, they could have blown up Big Bird, but no.
Well,
They could not be bothered to make the spacesuit fit, could they?
well, it was. Well, in fairness, the school teacher thing is a much better idea. I think it was one of those things that was just mentioned as a suggestion in a meeting, and you know, somebody probably said, well, you know, take a while to get the spacesuit in, and then somebody probably mentioned the teacher thing, and they never ever talked about Big Bird ever again. It was mentioned once, is my understanding of that.
Well, it should have been mentioned a lot more. Big Bird getting blown up would have been because you didn't even have to actually kill someone.
No, you
You
did.
could have the exact same situation go on, and they wouldn't actually have to kill anyone. You just have Big Bird get helped in by the other astronauts, and actually it's just the costume, and then no one's died.
No, there's.
You could have saved a life if
No,
they'd gone with Big Bird.
Well, those seats are at a premium, right? Because
Okay.
everybody needs to be useful.
Hearts and minds, Ben. Hearts and minds.
They need all the help they can get, and I don't think they would have. I mean, that would have gone against the whole ethos of like the challenge of it. Like, yeah, of course you can dump a suit in, but they're gonna want to see Big Bird in space.
Yeah, so you get someone to wear the suit. It doesn't have to be actual Big Bird, does it?
You know, it's Big Bird is not human sized. You know, you want to take an astronaut who needs an awful lot of training anyway, and then give them like a crash course in puppetry. You know, that's really difficult to do. There's an entire school dedicated to that sort of thing. It takes an awful lot of training to be a Muppet.
Well, I mean, Tim Curry does it naturally, so.
Well, that's Tim Curry. Suppose you want to blow him up now, do you?
Well, yeah, he should get blown up because he does not get enough credit for how awesome he is these days.
Yeah,
People seem to have forgotten about him.
Well, that's because he's been ill, isn't it? He had a stroke.
Has he?
Yeah,
he
had a stroke ages ago. That's why he hasn't been in the limelight. That's why he hasn't had any projects. He's like in a wheelchair. He's not. He doesn't look great at all. He's basically.
That's not about
retired.
how people look, Ben.
Well, he doesn't look well.
Bruce Willis looks fine, but he's apparently non-verbal now. It's sad, isn't it? A bit depressing. Probably part of why I decided to get life insurance.
Well.
Oh, and before you get ideas, doesn't pay out on suicide within the first 12 months.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get anything, would I?
Well, no, but I'm just saying. Well, that just seems. Well, I'll just wait 13 months and then off myself, right? I'm not going to kill myself. I joke about it a lot, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
It's easy to joke about.
Yeah.
I'm working my way through this pipe here, and
Well, I've cleaned out this pipe over here.
left or right, I can't see.
This left one.
Okay, so I'm mopping this pipeway.
Dirty git.
That's the point. I've got a connections round for you later,
Lovely.
and I'm gonna give you a freebie. No, sorry, no, I've not got a connections round. I've got a it's a guess the things on the list. Yeah, I'll do it that way instead.
Right.
It's a guess the things on the list, and one of the things on the list is Mario. So that's a freebie for you.
Okay.
But he's not as high on the list as you would expect.
Is it most recognizable video game characters?
No.
Is it things Italian Americans have complained about?
No.
You sure?
There is something quite funny about that to me. Well, what would the highest thing on that list be? Pizza.
No, probably something like Goodfellas or something. The Sopranos.
The character from Disney's Pinocchio, known as Stromboli.
Hey, Mamma Mia, talking puppet. I'ma make a lot of money. I'm so sorry.
Just like a mama used to do. Joe Dolce. I probably don't like Joe Dolce. Don't know who Joe Dolce is?
No. Is he the
He's
guy,
the guy
who does compare the Go Compare?
No, Joe Dolce is the bloke who did "Shut Up in Your Face."
Oh, right. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. It'll
Oh,
be a nice, fun little game.
you know what I wish I was doing right now?
Sleeping.
Shooting something.
I wish I was shooting something as well. I'd had every intention of lining up a shot on you just to see if I could kill you.
We will have to suss that out.
We will.
I'm determined to get that working.
Would be nice just to, because we never get to play games where we actually kill each other, do we?
Well, we won't kill each other in this game. You wouldn't be able to.
Well, we don't know that.
I do. I couldn't shoot my own dog. I bet you I wouldn't.
I should think you can hit.
No,
friendly fire is likely on.
No, and I'll tell you for why. Because if there was,
Rob Brydon.
If there was, I definitely would have seen stuff on YouTube where they do the most dangerous game, Call of the Wild. That would be a thing.
No.
That it would be a thing. I would have seen it.
You'd be a thing. You thing.
See, that's how I know I'm right, because you resorted to petty name calling.
And ad hominem argument. I never get to use my. That's the point. There was something in there I wanted to show you on that game as well. Something I don't know if you'd have noticed.
What?
One of the signs on the signboard, rather than they've got like hikers read this or whatever it is at the top, and then the text underneath it, you can just about make out, but it's in Latin.
Huh.
It looks like Latin placeholder script.
Probably.
And I was going to point it out to you, but like, do you understand what any of that means? And then you'd be like, no, and I'd be like, me neither. And we would have had a good old laugh about how we weren't raised and brought up in like a private school where we learned Latin for fun.
They taught
because also we're not nerds.
They taught Latin at my sixth form.
Yeah, well, did you learn it?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't want to. It sounded tricky.
It's amusing to me that of all the languages that I have learned in education, none of them are the one that I do for fun now.
No, I suppose you did French, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I started that secondary school with you a bit late, didn't I?
Mm.
So we had started that. I had started that year on Spanish.
Your old secondary school, presumably.
At my old secondary school, yeah.
Oh.
So, like, I did. That's why I never did so well at French, is because I was so behind because hadn't learned the basics.
Mm.
I was a bit screwed really because I changed school. I was never going to manage it. But I do German now, don't I?
Mm.
And I have to say, it comes up sometimes.
Mm.
You know, there's a company that we started working with at work.
I broke the light.
Oh, you dipshit! I just heard it smash. There's a company that we work with at work that has a German name because they're a German company, and people are like, "Well, what does that? What's that name mean?" And I was like, "Well, I know what this word means," and it meant vegetable. We never use those vending machines.
Well, we've never needed to, really, have we?
Now, this is definitely a map where we need to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Prime opportunity. Right. I don't know if I think this might be nearly finished. This one.
Mm.
This pipe.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So,
Mm.
do you have plans for tomorrow, Ben?
Therapy.
Ah, yes. Are you back to weekly? Oh no, you didn't do it last week, did you? In the end,
No.
do you know where you're going this time?
Yeah, it's back in the usual place.
Why did it change?
Because I was going to do it on a Thursday instead of a Friday.
Oh, of course, for weird reasons that I can't remember.
Wow. Felt like
No doubt you explained it to me.
felt like I needed it. And yeah, I hope it's a longer session this time. Because I'd quite like to talk
Just
about a few bigger things.
just make a death threat or something.
No.
You'll have to. You can't kick you out then.
No. I don't know though.
Well, you don't know if that's true that he can't kick you out, or
I don't know if that's true that you can't kick me out.
oh, it would be irresponsible.
Mm.
Don't have to threaten him or her.
Him.
I know it's a him, but I was trying to not be sexist by accurately gendering your therapist.
Mm.
You can't be too careful these days.
Oh God, don't
You
say
can
that.
you can offend people just by tweeting these days
Are you being facetious?
a little bit.
I hope so.
People are very easily offended though. It does come across as though a lot of people are just sort of looking to be offended, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
I genuinely think some people just aren't looking to be
I think
offended.
that's blown out of proportion, to be honest.
Not I'm not saying the masses, just you know.
My controller died for a second. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, would you like some good news about the video that we'll be doing after this one?
Yeah,
There's a train.
Joy. I hope you can record it.
Yeah, I hope I can record it as well. I hope we don't have the same issue we had last week. We'll do a sound check.
Yeah, I think that's for the
I'm
best.
also hopeful that we can do it quicker as well, because otherwise it's going to be a long one.
Mm.
It's going to be a late night if we can't.
Mm. Well, I think we'll make this. Well, I think we'll make this video a little shorter, shall we?
If you want.
Um,
How much shorter are we talking?
I don't know, an hour
Right,
shorter.
how far are we now? An,
Yeah.
an hour shorter? Well, we should be finished.
Let's head for 40 odd minutes, shall we?
All right. Do you think we can speed run it now?
Well, how long have we done?
I don't know. Got to be getting on for about half hour. Half hour to 40. Maybe. Oh, no, it's God, yeah, probably closer to 40.
44.
Okay. So, where do we clock out?
Well, let's
This is, from my angle, you're just looking straight up at the
that's
ceiling as
because
though
I
it's
am.
something.
Shall we push it to 50 odd, or maybe even an hour?
All right.
Well, I've got one more
All right.
topic, so maybe we'll see that out and then we'll call it quits.
Only one topic.
Well, I've got 4 topics in total, and you've had one, so I thought I'd give you another one.
All right. Fair enough.
Mike Tyson.
Oh.
There's a couple of things about him actually. One of which I have a topic, one of which I don't. Mike Tyson is launching a new. Well, he's got this boxing match with that YouTuber.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah, people have been saying it's rigged because Mike Tyson would beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
Absolutely.
Because Mike Tyson is A, professionally trained, and B, one of the best at what he does in history. like,
Yeah, I mean, I some of the people that I know, the lads as I refer to them, one of them was talking about this when it was first announced and
mm,
said something along the lines of, realistically, it's just an attempt to get older people into YouTuber
yeah,
boxing.
that's entirely possible. I mean, I saw an interview on uh, on an American chat show. I can't remember the American chat show. It was the same one Bill Clinton famously played. Oh, Arsenio Hall. Same one Bill Clinton famously played the saxophone on during the '92 election campaign. Um, yeah, where Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali were both on, and Arsenio Hall asked them who would win in a fight, or he asked Muhammad Ali who would win in a fight between him and Mike Tyson, and Muhammad Ali said it would be Mike Tyson, uh, just because he hit so hard.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was very humble and said like, no, he is the greatest of all time. I no, I think it's because Muhammad Ali's whole thing was that he could dodge. He was quick as fuck.
Hmm.
Um,
Float like a butterfly,
yes.
sting like a bee.
So yeah, if Mike Tyson hit Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali's going down. But that's a big if.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's the glass cannon argument, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. But, but I mean, my point is that Muhammad Ali recognized Mike Tyson as brilliant. So yeah, he should win in theory. But Mike Tyson has a product out.
Does he? Funny that.
He has um, edible marijuana ears in reference to
Oh,
his
good
famous
God.
Evander Holyfield semi-cannibalism. Well, not even cannibalism. I just think he didn't eat the ear. He just bit a chunk out of it. Um, and what caught my eye was some of the names. There's three here. Um, Black Eye Berry,
Okay.
Sour Apple Punch,
Okay.
and Watermelon.
What?
And I
What
caught
is that a funny one?
because because I read them and I thought, oh, okay, naming theme, fighting stuff, Black Eye Punch, or Black
Yeah,
Eye Berry, Sour Apple Punch, and it was just Watermelon. They gave up.
that's ridiculous. That's absolutely
That
ridiculous.
tickled me. That
Maybe he just really likes watermelon.
maybe, maybe. Um,
Well,
and,
we don't have that much left to do actually.
well,
If we ignore the bullet holes, we could actually get this finished. Because
no,
I think it's just this right hand tunnel
I
to go down.
I don't really
And
care.
I don't really care all that much, but when we're nearly finished it, we might as well quickly finish it, right?
Well, if you want,
And then we can probably get it caught it before the hours up.
mm,
You killed me.
got in my way. Where's my life insurance money?
I'm janitor 1 2.
Mm,
I can't believe you'd kill me like that.
it was an accident. Workplace accident, not my fault.
It's exactly your fault. Get out. Go, 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 go. Stop! Stop! Honestly. Would you watch a fight?
Well, it's a testament to that premise that I would potentially. Not that I will, but if it was on and free, yeah, I'd watch it. I'd
Uh,
stick it on in the background while I'm doing something, just out
I
of
watched a
curiosity.
different. I watched a different boxing match a few months back between the YouTuber guy, same YouTuber guy, and someone else,
Mm,
and it was a really quite rubbish fight by someone's standards. I can't remember who. Someone who watches boxing occasionally thought it was rubbish.
mm.
Um,
I remember
And
there
I,
was. Sorry, go on.
mm,
Go on.
I mean, what if I want to watch two people beat the shit out of each other? I just find some hobos
Yeah.
and encourage it.
I remember I heard talk a little while ago. They were doing like YouTube celebrity fight, but they were going to do some between lol cow internet personalities. So,
Who?
do you know what a lol cow is?
No.
Well, it's a term used to describe people like Chris Chan, and one of these fights was going to be Chris Chan versus who's that fat boy who rages?
Oh,
The gamer.
angry video game nerd.
No, the chum. Oh, let me see. Um, there was a down the rabbit hole video. Wings of Redemption. He's a YouTuber famous for losing his temper. There was going to be a fight between them, but I think Christian wanted no part of it.
And instead wanted a part of. No, I can't say that.
No.
It's alleged.
Well, in Christian news, um,
Yes, I was going to ask you.
well, they're back on the internet. They're making videos.
Really?
Yeah. Um,
Well,
there was I've talked about it before. The Gino Samuel documentary-esque series, which I have mixed thoughts on. They finally reached that point, that episode. I talked about those
oh,
events.
okay. Took them long enough.
Yeah, it's like episode 80 something. Um, and leading up to it, they'd been doing cool things with the credits, like little bits of static and things like that, and it would deliberately sort of judder a bit, as if oh fuck, as if we're getting close to the end, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember where you were on that day? I do.
Well, that day when it. You remember where I was on the day when it turned out Christian had been arrested for maybe whatever the thing that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember what that thing was. Or at least I remember some of what that thing was. But I don't know if we should say it.
Yeah. Well,
No, I don't remember where I was.
I well
Because I don't really give that many shits.
I do because it was pretty fucking big. I remember we were talking. I think you mentioned that I'd written a post on Chris Chan, sort
You
of
had?
towards back when we started up the site again, and basically just being, why are we fascinated with Chris Chan? And my argument was that, it's sort of a there for the grace of God go we scenario, a cautionary tale that is relatable to just about anybody. Um, you noticed that it had rather a lot of views.
Yes, all of a sudden, out of
Yes.
nowhere.
And I checked and I thought, well, what is this? Maybe something's happened. So I googled it and found out and quickly rattled off a post that became like one of the most successful things written on the site. Just
Yeah, it inspired our most successful day 2 days in a row.
yes, thank God for that. So thank you, Chris Chan. It was all worth it. It wasn't. It was a terrible
Are you
thing.
suggesting that Chris Chan allegedly doing
There's
that
no
thing with their mother?
alleged. They admitted it.
They admitted doing the thing with their mother, and yet they're free.
Yeah.
No, no, I don't believe that.
No, they admitted it. It was. There's recordings.
Where are they? Texas,
No, Virginia.
Arkansas.
Incidentally, I have a feeling the state motto for Virginia is "Virginia is for lovers" or something like that. I'm sure that's been referenced by Chris Chan. I don't know whether it specifically is actually, but yeah,
Almost heaven.
it's pretty fucked up
That's depressing.
actually.
That's real fucking depressing. I think we've mopped everything apart from around near the
Yeah.
machine, the furnace. Can you bring a light over with you, please?
Of course I can.
Thank you, good buddy. 10-4, 10-4, good buddy. Look at all this. That would have made a mess.
Mm.
Oh, well, I'm making a mess. And now we need a new mop bucket. We're nearly done, Ben. We're nearly done.
Yay. Okay, let's see what's in the news. Uh,
Well, I hear that the US is finally starting to play hardball with Israel.
oh yeah, do you want to do Israel Palestine now?
Well, we've got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's sum
So
it up.
okay, some aid workers were killed
Yep.
from various places. 3 were from Britain.
The guy in charge of a charity that they were working with alleged that Israel had targeted them car by car, which is quite a damning statement to make.
Yeah, there was some from America and some from I think one was from Poland. There was a real
Something like
mixed
that, yeah.
bag, which of course resulted in international condemnation, which had not been exactly forthcoming prior to this.
Despite the fact there was plenty of reason for it to be,
I heard
international condemnation.
I heard people suggesting that it wasn't intentional, which was sort of my reading of the situation, that they were just fucking trigger happy loons and just shooting everything. But somebody I saw suggested that they had done it intentionally to discourage aid workers. Um,
You're going to find arguments on both sides,
yeah, I suppose that's
and you're always going to.
not beyond the realms of possibility, I guess. Yeah, it's resulted in a lot of international condemnation, and Israel may have pushed it too far, but we'll have to see. If they can get away with this, they can get away with fucking anything.
If they can get away with this, I'll drop a fucking nuke.
Mm. Oh, I saw something really disgusting about Israel Palestine. There's this woman, this awful woman, who's admits to being okay with ethnic cleansing,
Oh, fucking hell.
who's saying that she's getting loads of calls from Israelis asking her to reserve them some of that lovely Gaza beachfront property.
Fucking hell.
And that made my fucking stomach churn. I thought that was the most repugnant thing I've seen in ages.
It is. That's fucking despicable.
It's disgusting. How anybody can argue that these people are on the right side of history is beyond me. Shall we clock out?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think this is what blue collar workers talk about?
No, absolutely not. Blue collar workers don't have enough time to think about that sort of thing because they're probably working 2 jobs.
They're probably doing their job properly, aren't they? I mean, not pouncing about.
I've clocked out. Get on with it.
I'm clocking out.
Throw that in there. Have we been fired, Ben?
No.
Good God.
Well,
we just got demoted.
on that note,
entirely predictable situation. On that unexploded mortar shell.
yes, thank you very much for joining us again. Hopefully, we'll have a look at that Call of the Wild. I don't know whether we'll do it. Well, I mean, in an ideal scenario, we'd have it working, and we'd probably play through all of them again as in multiplayer. That sounds fun to me.
Well, it would be nice if just got to get it working, and then we'll do it.
We're pretty resourceful people. I never realised that was a nose on the end of this.
Yeah, it's a sniffer.
But yeah, we're pretty resourceful and we're determined. So
there's a week missing on here. Look at the dates. There's one missing.
So there is.
How peculiar.
Well, there's more than one missing.
No, but there's one missing.
We started
recently.
again on. Hey ho. Well, good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and whatever you do.
Ring that
Don't
bell.
do it, Chris Chan. Don't do it, Chris Chan.
Smash
Don't
that
touch.
like button.
Don't touch your mother.
Bye.
Bye. I think it's important that people know they shouldn't do that, Ben.